Thank you. Dhanyabad Gazantham Kardin Shela.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
The Indo-Bhutan relationship, a natural partnership. The relation between India and Bhutan is.
Yate 20 jonotকৈ বেছি জাপানৰ প্ৰফেসৰ আহিব জাপানৰ ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ টেস্টিং সেন্টাৰ অসমত হ'ব
खाफोर दानानै फैदों आंजों दावहा नांनो थाखाय खाफोर दानानै फैदों आंजों दावहा नांनो थाखाय
फेरेंगाय এনেকুৱা কোৱাৰ কোনো অধিকাৰী নাই যেটো হি ব্ৰিটিছৰ মানুহ নহয় হি ফৰেনাৰ হয়
मार्च दानाव जोंहा मोनसे एसेम्बली जानो थांगासिनो दङ बे मार्च दाननि एसेम्बलीयावहाय बिथांनि जा 10 जन माबाफोर दंबावो एमसिएलएफोर दङ बिखाफोर दानानै फैदों आंजों दावहा नांनो थाखाय
এবলা কথা বাদ দে ক বেলেগ
পূৰ্বতে কিন্তু আপুনি বহুত কাম কৰা নাই বুলি কৈছে তাকে অভিযোগ আনিছে এটা
বেলেগ কথা হুদকছন কি
তেতিয়াহলে মানে 10টা
মই কৈছো ফেৰেংগাক মই কৈছো এই ফেৰেংগায় এনেকুৱা কোৱাৰ কোনো অধিকাৰী নাই যেটো হি ব্ৰিটিছৰ মানুহ নহয় হি ফৰেনাৰ হয় চাই থাকক সরকার আমার আহি আছো মই আরটিআই কৰি পেলাই ফেৰেংগাক এই ব্ৰিটিছৰ পৰা আউট কৰিম 2008 চনত আহা এই ফেৰেংগা
थांखिया नङामोन जोंनि बिटिआरनि थांखिया नङामोन जोंनि बिटिआरनि उदां उदां बडलेण्ड सोरजिनायनि सोमोन
মানে অসমৰ পৰা যথেষ্ট ম্যান পাৱাৰ লব খুজিছে দিস ইজ এ ভেৰি ইন্টাৰেষ্টিং ডেভেলপমেন্ট তাৰ দুখন এমইউ হ'ব ইয়াতে 20 জনতকৈ বেছি জাপানৰ প্ৰফেসৰ আহিব জাপানৰ ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ টেস্টিং সেন্টাৰ অসমত হ'ব আৰু দে আৰ ৰেডি টু টেক 50000 আসামিজ ইউথ আমি যদি দিব পাৰো মানে অসমত মই 1.5 লাখ চাকৰি জেনেকে দিব পাৰো কিন্তু কিমান আমাৰ খৰচ হয় টকা হয় দৰমহা পাই 35000 So Japanot 3 lakh toka dormaha. So they are ready to fast take 50,000 and gradually upscale it to any numbers. Singapore aru ekhon MOU koribo khujise jot Ohomor pra nurse lobo ami 17 goraki swalik pathaisilu ebar moi Singaporot lok pahilu they are teba keta moi paperot dekhu bor tulunga kori koi dia hoy je ami advantage 1 or pra ki palu 150 bosoror Ohomor 3ta dangor infrastructure 150 years লকে জি ৰিলেভেন্ট হৈ থাকিব তিনিটা মেসিভ ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ আমি এডভান্টেজ 1 ৰ সময়ত লাভ কৰিছিল নুমলীগড় ৰিফাইনাৰী 3 মিলিয়ন মেট্ৰিক টন ৰিফাইনাৰীৰ পৰা 9 মিলিয়ন মেট্ৰিক টন ৰিফাইনাৰী লৈকে এক প্ৰকাৰ ইয়াক এটা খুব ষ্টেবল অৰ্গানাইজেশ্যনলৈকে আমি ৰূপান্তৰ কৰিব পাৰিছিল দুটা ডাঙৰ আন্তঃগাঁথনি লাভ কৰিব পাৰিছিল সেইটো হল পাৰাদীপৰ পৰা নুমলীগড়লৈকে ক্ৰুড পাইপলাইন থাৰ্ড যেটো মই বিশেষ কথাত আহিম সেইটো হল যে আদাৰ ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ ওয়াজ দা গ্যাস গ্ৰিড এডভাইজাৰী ইজ এ ভেৰি ডিফিকাল্ট থিংস বাট আই এম কনফিডেন্ট দ্যাট মই হেকাৰণে কথাখিনি আপোনালোকৰ জৰিয়তে মানুহক শেয়াৰ কৰিছো যে নেক্সট 3 months there will be lot of query from foreign embassy because we have officially moved to everyone to withdraw the travel advisory because if you look at the last 3 years crime data reduction is at 66% and there is no adverse incident in Assam.
Good afternoon. Honorable Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Chief Minister of Assam, who is joining us very shortly, His Excellency Yuenten Phonso, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, Bhutan, Sri Pramod Boroji, Honorable CM, Bodoland Territorial Council, Mr. Jonathan Toh, Special Envoy of His Majesty to India for GMC, Zaidib Mujumdar, IFS Secretary, Minister of External Affairs, Government of India, Praveer Sinha, CEO, Managing Director, Tata Power Company Limited, Rajiv Mehra, President of the Indian Association of Tour Operators. It is with immense pleasure and great honor that I welcome you all to this session on Indo-Bhutan Economic Cooperation and Galefu Mindfulness City opportunities for mutual cooperation, collaboration as part of the Advantage Assam 2.0 Investment and Infrastructure Summit, Tasidelek. We are gathered here today in the beautiful city of Guwahati to explore and expand the horizon of the cooperation between our two vibrant nations. Bhutan and India share a unique and time-honored relationship rooted in mutual understanding, respect, and shared values. Our collaboration over the years has been a witness to what can be achieved when two neighbors come together with common goals and aspirations. Today, as we discuss about enhancing economic cooperation, we are not just talking about economic investment, but also about investing in peace, sustainability, and the well-being of our people. The Galefu Mindfulness City is a pioneering initiative that symbolizes the spirit of our times, focusing on sustainable urban development while promoting mental and spiritual health. This city is poised to become a model for the world, illustrating how modern urban landscapes can coexist with ancient wisdom to create environments that nurture the mind, body, and spirit. I am particularly enthusiastic to hear from our distinguished speakers who will share their insights and visions for further strengthening our bonds through various sectors, including energy, tourism, sustainable development. I extend a special welcome to Dr. Prabir Sinha and Sri Rajiv Mehra, whose experiences and leadership are invaluable to our discussions. Furthermore, I took forward to the address by His Excellency Yunton Fonshu and our Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, who will shed light on the strategic importance of these collaborations in enhancing the economic landscape and the quality of life for our communities. As we proceed with today's agenda, let us engage openly in discussions, ask questions, and seek to understand how we can leverage our unique strengths for mutual benefit. Let this session be a stepping stone towards more robust and meaningful partnerships that go beyond economic benefits and touch upon the core of human experience, peace, prosperity, and harmony. Thank you once again for joining us at this momentous event. Your presence and participations are crucial as we chart a course towards a collaborative and prosperous future. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chairperson, U.G. Brahma, the Cabinet Minister of Assam, respected Chief Minister of Assam, respected Union Minister of External Affairs, Jai Shankarji, and His Excellency Yunten Fungshu, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, Government of Bhutan. We have Minister of State, Union Minister of State, Pabitra Margarita-ji. We have Sri Sudhakar Dalela, His Excellency Indian Ambassador to Bhutan, Dr. Prabir Sinha, CEO and MD, Tata Power Company Limited, Sri Jaideep Mujumdar, IFS Secretary East Zone, Sri Rajiv Mehra, President of Indian Association of Tour Operators. We have Mr. Jonathan Tao, Special Envoy of His Majesty to India for Galimpung Mindful City, and delegates from Bhutan and my dear eminent persons, and also ladies and gentlemen. Khulumbai, Namaskar, Kuju Jangpola. Today it's a very big opportunity for me to share some points and some ideas in respect to, the mindful city and also Bhutan-India business relationship. I must thank to our Honorable Chief Minister of Assam for organizing this mega event in Assam for bringing all the investors and industrialists in Assam, for creating more opportunity for people of Assam and entire northeastern region of India. India, one of the most ancient civilizations in the world, has gifted humanity and innumerable marvels over the millennia. From the wisdom of Mahavir Jaina, Gautam Buddha, Ashoka, Guru Nanak, and Mahatma Gandhi to scientific breakthrough of Buddhism, Aryabhata and Sushruta, India's contribution have been vast and varied. The oldest religion, including Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism, were born in this land. India has produced saints, sects, emperors, scientists, thinkers, philosophers, and leaders throughout its history. Walking through the historical lands of Bharat, one can help but marvel. One cannot help but marvel at the achievement of our great nation. Bhutan, India's immediate neighbor, the friend and ally known to the world as Drukyul, or the land of the thunder dragon, has transcended the social and political economic challenges of the contemporary world. Bhutan has demonstrated that it is possible to care for the earth, thrive in the bounty of nature, and be happy in today's age of consumerism. It has shown that universal values of peace, generosity, and compassion can still be practiced in an era of wars, battle, and cutthroat diplomacy. The peaceful transition of Bhutan from the monarchy to a democracy without civil unrest is a testament to the wisdom of its leadership. Today, Bhutan remains the only carbon-negative country in the world, highlighting its commitment to sustainability, an area where the entire world can learn and collaborate. The Indo-Bhutan relationship, a natural partnership. The relation between India and Bhutan is rooted in this great tradition, forming a natural partnership between the two nations. Assam shares 267-kilometer international boundary with Bhutan, with the Bodoland region running along the entire length of this border. The geographical proximity has facilitated an enduring exchange of goods, people, traditions since ancient times. Historically, the border communities have engaged in vibrant trade, exchanging products such as rice, which we call sticky rice or maibra, erica nuts, dry fish, meat, and eri silk from India, while bartering orange, shishu spice, which we call jabrang. We are very fond of jabrang. And modern Bhutan, unlike many international borders where tension persists, the Indo-Bhutan border is unique in its openness and goodwill, fostering a sense of mutual respect and fraternity. Beyond economic exchange, the deep-rooted social and cultural ties between the two nations are exemplified by traditional practice like the kurma systems. The kurma is the Assamese word, but since ancient times in border, we have the kurma system, and it is a relation we are maintaining with Bhutans. Now, in this relation, today onwards, after this, the mega event of Advantage Assam 2.0, this is going to shift from socio-cultural relation to diplomatic relation and business relation between two countries. So today, we are very much happy to be here and also to see the presentation of Mindful City of Bhutan where we are going to, enjoy the entire benefit being in the border. We have so many aspects where we can develop our, the economic distinct institutions and share the benefit. Mainly the agriculture and allied sector. The Bhutan's rich resources in wood, bamboo and minerals present significant potential for collaboration in agriculture and allied activities. Joint initiative in organic farming, rice, vegetables, exchanges and horticulture can boost economic growth for both regions. Large-scale grain production in Assam's plain can benefit Bhutan, while Bhutan's expertise in organic farming can benefit Indian farmers. Promoting sustainable agriculture practice, Bhutan's climate is suitable for year-round cultivation of vegetables, various horticultural crops. Collaborative efforts can ensure year-round availability of agricultural product in both nations. So, along with the dairy sector offers potential for organic dairy production in Bhutan, with milk sent to Bodoland for processing. Bhutan's climate is also suitable for button mushroom and also cordyceps mushrooms, and the minimal investment required. Collaboration in off-season vegetable cultivation can extend tropical and cool climate crops between Bhutan and Assam, adding value to the international market. Bhutan's orange, already highly regarded in Assam, exemplifying the potential for agriculture excellence. In tourism sector also there is huge potential in both sides of the border. Tourism can drive economic growth through a transitional ecotourism circuit connecting Bhutan's pristine landscape with Manas National Park and other ecotourism destinations in BTR. Adventure tourism, wildlife safaris, river rafting, trekking, heritage tourism can attract global tourists. And in annual Indo-Bhutan tourism and cultural festival can celebrate rich traditions in dance, music, craft and cuisine, serving as a business networking platform for tourism, entrepreneurs, travel agencies, hospitality providers, investment in homestay facilities, ecotourism, ventures, tourism and water rafting on both sides of the border will strengthen tourism ties. And also investment for infrastructure development, where I won't elaborate this thing as you have already demonstrated the whole things of mindful city. Here the cultural and spiritual connection between India and Bhutan offer avenues for deeper engagement. Bhutan's gross national happiness model provide insight into the holistic well-being and aspect India can integrate into the development policies. Bhutan's approach to peace and happiness can serve as a learning model for the world. Thus, by prioritizing Bhutan, prioritizing the human-to-human partnership over a mere economic transaction, the Indo-Bhutan relationship serves as a model for global diplomatic engagement, leveraging mutual strength in agriculture, infrastructure, tourism, environmental sustainability, and skill development. Both nations can achieve shared prosperity. The leadership of both countries has demonstrated a commitment to peace and development. Their continued cooperation is a beacon of regional harmony and economic growth. As India and Bhutan move forward, fostering inclusive and sustainable development will be the key to ensuring long-term prosperity for the people of both nations. Together, we can build a strong, more resilient economic corridor that connects our people, our business, and our dreams. The Advantage Assam 2.0 has offered us this opportunity on a platter. Let us all join hands and translate this into reality. Thank you. Dhanyabad Gazangtham. Kardin Se La.